to show?
Only 50% of you use email.
We ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the St. Tammany Parish Zoning Commission meeting. Today is Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Ms. Casabon? Here. Mr. Lauren? Here. Mr. Richardson? Here. Mr. Richard? Here. Mr. Willie? Here. Mr. Manella?
Here.
Mr. Davis? Here. Mr. Fitzmaurice? Mr. Doherty? Here. Mr. Drum? Here, young lady first. Mr. Randolph? Here. All right.
This time we would respectfully ask that you silence all phones and electronic devices. If you wish to appeal any recommendation of the Commission, appeals cards are to our right. If you wish to speak before the Commission, we would ask that you fill out a speaker's card so we have your name and address for our records. Each side will be provided 10 minutes to present with 5 minutes of rebuttal. And lastly, at the end of each case, if you wish to discuss it any further, we would ask that you go outside the building, as if you go into the back foyer, it does echo into the chamber. This time we would ask you to rise with an invocation by Commissioner Randolph, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Lauren.
Gracious Father, once again, you've shown your grace and mercy upon all of us as you watched over, protected us, kept us safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. From last time that we met here throughout this day, you watched over, protected us. You've shown your grace, you've shown your love, and Lord, we just thank you once again for blessing us with St. Tammany Parish, with our government, with our officials and this commission and all the staff that help our government work and for services perform. And gracious Father, in all these blessings, we ask in your holy name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In our packets are the minutes of the May 1st, 2018 meeting. I would ask for you to review them and entertain any motion. Commissioner Randolph.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Motion by Commissioner Randolph to approve. Commissioner Davis.
I'll second that.
Second by Commissioner Davis. Any further comments? Now we have a motion by Commissioner Randolph to approve, second by Commissioner Davis. Please vote.
Mr. Richardson, can you hit your... One more time. All right. Motion carries.
Staff, are there any cases you wish to postpone?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the first case on the agenda, 2018-917 ZC.
Thank you. We will address that one first. This is a public hearing. The public is encouraged to speak on behalf of or in opposition to any of our cases. Zoning change request cases, applications for a proposed change of zoning district or amendments to the land use ordinance, requiring review and recommendation of approval by the Zoning Commission before action by the Parish Council are as follows. 2018-917-ZC, existing zoning, A3 Suburban District, proposed zoning, PF1 Public Facilities District. The parcel is located on the west side of Allen Road, north of Miller Road, being 57209 Allen Road, Slidell, Ward 8, District 14. The parcel, 3.44 acres. The petitioner, Jeffrey Shane. The owner, Faith Bible Church of Slidell, Alfred N. Young. Council District 14, postponed from the May 1st, 2018 meeting. And again, it's a request to postpone. Mr. Shane.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Jeff Shane of the Jones Cassell Law Firm at P.O. Box 1810 in Covington, and I represent the owner and petitioner, Faith Bible Church of Slidell. When we came to you at the May 1 meeting, I'd indicated that we had a community meeting on April 26th, the week before, and that we hope to be at resolution for tonight's meeting. That resolution involves the negotiation and construction of a deed restriction. The parties are not yet hand in hand, if you will, as it relates to the deed restriction. In fact, we only received an exchange from the residents last evening with regard to some proposed changes. I have spoken to the operative parties that have been involved, including Councilman Smith, and everyone envisioned that this matter might be postponed until July 3rd. So with that having been said, and I think with the certain consent of all of the neighbors, we respectfully request that you postpone this matter until your July 3 meeting.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the postponement? Is there any? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, Chairman. I'm Alyssa Maurice Anderson, representing Judy Trigg, one of the abutting property owners. We are working toward developing deed restrictions that would hopefully take care of this matter, but I just recently provided Mr. Shane a copy of the marked up draft, so I do think we need some time to confer. And I think that July hearing date would give us that.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the postponement? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition? Seeing none, I close to the public and I bring it to the commission. Commissioner Casabon.
Yes, I'll motion to postpone.
For 1 month.
Yes.
Motion by Commissioner Casabon to postpone for 1 month. Commissioner Randolph.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further comments? If not, we have a motion by Commissioner Casabon to postpone for 1 month. Second by Commissioner Randolph. Please vote.
Motion carries.
Staff, any other cases to postpone?
No.
Thank you. 2018-1007-ZC, existing zoning, A2 Suburban District, proposed zoning, A2 Suburban District and manufactured housing overlay. The parcels located on the north side of Kilgore Street, east of Robert Road, being Lot 34, Litoff Subdivision, 23083 Kilgore Street, Mandeville, Ward 4, District 7, the parcel 1.01 acres, the petitioner, Amanda Roberts, the owner, Amanda Roberts, Council District 7, staff.
The 2025 future land use plan calls for the area to be developed with residential uses, including manufactured homes. Note that the objective of the request is to allow for the placement of a manufactured home under 1,000 square feet as a guest house in the rear of the property. Staff recommends approval of the request for a manufactured housing overlay.
Thank you. Is the petitioner here? Ma'am, if you please come to the podium, state your name and address and the reason for your request, please.
Hi, my name is Amanda Roberts. I'm the owner at 23083 Kilgore Street. We are proposing this so that my dear friend Misty and her husband, who are both disabled, they lost everything in the flood over near Baton Rouge a couple of years ago. So this is part of the Restore Louisiana Act. And we're just trying to get them a safe place to be where their disabilities can be accommodated.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to speak in favor of the request? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition? Please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Roberta Alonji. I live at 23095 Kilgore, next door to Miss Roberts. And I would like to know the reason why adding a mobile home to the property, why she's doing that. I understand that she wants to have a friend live there, but we've had several people renting that property without her living there over the last 4 years that I've lived on Kilgore. And it's been a struggle just watching the property deteriorate. She also keeps rescue dogs, very large dogs. Sometimes they're kept at the house when no one is renting the property. They're kept in the yard or they're kept in the house. They get loose, they run around. One winter, we had 2 of them in the middle of a really bad freeze, get out, come onto the porch. They always end up in our yard. We feed them, we warmed them up, and then we tied the gate back closed for them. The property itself, I have photos of the conditions of the porch and whatnot, the trash and the general idea of what the place looks like as it is. And I'm just concerned about adding a second piece of property behind this, what the access will be and how it's going to be maintained. Since Miss Amanda hasn't lived there, I don't know when last. We've had renters. The last ones have been very nice, and they seem to be doing much better with keeping the property up. But we're just very concerned about the trash, the condition, who's going to be moving in and out. Is this long-term? Is this short-term? Most of the people have been staying for about 6 months or so. It seems it's hard to keep up. And we're just kind of concerned about where this is going. What is the, what kind of assurance can we be given that it's just not going to become 2 short-term rental properties right next door to us? I mean, this is a nice residential area. This isn't where you would normally have that kind of thing going on. And that's it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in opposition or ask a question?
Say something, please. May I say something, please?
One second, ma'am. You will have an opportunity to rebut, to make a comment, but right now we're just addressing anyone in opposition. Is there anyone else? If not, you have an opportunity to rebut.
Okay, so I'm not really sure where a lot of the information was that she has was where that came from. I've lived there for the past 2.5 years. I did rent my property out for about 8 months to one couple and a child, and that was it. I have had a roommate in the past year, but I have lived there the entire time. As far as trash and things go, there are some cans to be recycled on the side of my house. There are several bags of cans there that I recycle for my work. Other than that, I don't understand what's being brought up.
Thank you.
Let me try this.
That can be, the microphone can be brought down, ma'am.
With all due respect.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I understand
Excuse me,
your
ma'am.
concern.
Ma'am, address.
With all due respect,
address the
I
commission.
understand her concerns about the dogs, but I'm not a dog. I don't bark. I don't make a lot of noise. I'm hearing impaired. I'm in a wheelchair. I take care of a 71-year-old Vietnam veteran husband with beginning dementia. I have no help at all. I do this alone. And then we lost everything in the flood of 2016. And Amanda's been very kind and generous in offering us a place to put the mobile home that we've been granted through Restore Louisiana. This is our only option. And I'm sorry. Amanda runs a very good rescue, and my hope is that I can help her with that. Find homes for the dogs she has, and that will reduce a lot of the issues that this lady presented to you. I've been in rescue for 30 years. I'll be 54 next week, and I'm just asking please give us a break. That's all we need is one break. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. So Amanda, would you care any further comment?
The only other thing I remembered to bring up is, she said something about, dogs living there with no one living there. That's never, ever been the case. Now, I did have an accident last year. I broke both my legs, and I was confined to the bed for almost 3 months. Had to have double surgeries and all that. So it may have seemed like no one was living there because I couldn't get out and get around, but the dogs were never there alone. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like any rebuttal, ma'am?
I would like to give her friend an opportunity to live wherever she needs to live in order to recover. This is mostly just a reassurance that I'm looking for, that the conditions of the house as it's been in the past do not continue or get worse. And I know she does what she can with the dogs, but they do get out, and that's why I wasn't sure what is the reasoning behind a small place. Is this going to be like a dog-centered thing, or is this going to be short-term renters or people in and out, or is this going to be an actual long-term? I live next door, so I just needed to know if this kind of stuff is going to continue. I mean, the bags on the side of the cans, that's what it looks like. This is, in the past, it's not, it's the people who live there now are much more well-kept, but in December 2016, I think during that time period, this is what the front porch looked like. So it was mostly a concern. We're worried about what's going to be there and the conditions where it's at and what it's actually going to be used for. That was the main concern. It's not to not allow someone a second chance to live somewhere safe.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to comment? If not, at this time, we'll close it to the public and bring it to the commission. Commissioner Davis.
Ms. Roberts, can you come up to the front, please? How many buildings do you have on your property?
I have my home and then a small shed.
Okay.
That's it.
And you work with rescue dogs, you say?
I do. I'm in the process of closing down a nonprofit animal rescue, excuse me, that I've been running for many years.
Do you have a permit to do that in a residential area?
No, sir, I do not. But at this time, I do not have over the 4-dog limit.
Great, great. Thank you. Yeah, and your intention is just to put a mobile home out in the back?
Yes, exactly. And it would be very well hidden from public eye because there's a privacy fence, actually 2 privacy fences in between the road frontage and where the mobile home would be. So there's no way anyone from the road front would be able to see it. It's very wooded and private in the back, so it would be very hidden.
You're not going to have any difficulty getting that mobile home in the back?
We've talked about that quite a bit, and I'm definitely going to have to take down some fencing, but we can certainly make it work.
Yeah, I took a drive out there just to take a look, and
Yeah.
good luck on that.
Thank you.
So obviously, the mobile home's going to be less than 1,000 square foot.
Yes, very
Okay,
small.
and you're going to meet all the requirements for the mobile home, such as skirting and removing the trailer hitch and all that, right?
Absolutely, yes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Davis to approve. Commissioner Randolph.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further comments? Hearing none, we have a motion by Commissioner Davis to approve, second by Commissioner Randolph. Please vote.
Motion carries.
(2018-1013-ZC). Existing zoning, A1 Suburban District. Proposed zoning, A2 Suburban District and Manufactured Housing Overlay. The parcel is located on the north side of DeFries Road, east of Louisiana Highway 25, Ward 2, District 3. The parcel, 4.1 acres. The petitioner, George Rodriguez. The owner, George Rodriguez. Council District 3. Staff.
The 2025 future land use plan calls for the area to be developed with residential and agricultural uses. Staff doesn't have any objection to the request for a manufactured housing overlay. However, there's no compelling reason to recommend approval of the zoning change request to A2 Suburban District, considering that the site is surrounded by A1 zoning. So at this time, staff would like to recommend that the request for A2 Suburban District be denied and for the request for the manufactured housing overlay to be approved.
Thank you. Is the petitioner here? Come to the podium, sir. State your name and address and your reason for the request.
George Rodriguez, 13455 DeFreeze Road in Folsom. A request to put a mobile home on my property for my daughter and her family. That's the reasoning for that, sir.
And thus the reason for the A2? To go from A1 to A2?
That's what it was, yes, sir.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to speak in favor of the request? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition? Hearing none, close it to the public and bring it to the commission. You may step down, sir. Commissioner Casabon.
Helen, do we have to have the A2 to put the manufactured home since it's 4 acres? We can do the overlay? Does it have to be? I thought we
Yes.
changed the zoning on this with deed restriction. Do you remember, Bernie?
It came in front of the zoning board, however, it was not approved. We
We did
researched
it like that.
Well,
With
in
it
this
being
case,
4 acres.
in this case,
I thought we did. Pardon, I'm sorry.
in this case, considering that the mobile home will be over 1,000 square feet, then at least 1 acre of the property needs to be changed to A2 Suburban.
I thought we did that with some deed restrictions that we
No,
came
I did
through
the research and it was not
on that.
completed.
I know the homes in front on this DeFreeze Road are not the 5 acres. They're little, I would say maybe an acre. There's 2 home sites next to his in the back. Correct me, Bernie, I'm wrong on this. But the property that we're looking at that's A1 really goes back and behind this road, but there are smaller lots that is there. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the rezoning and the manufactured overlay, if that's what it takes to get the trailer. Are we doing 1 acre of it, or just the 1 acre? Or does he have to show that 1 acre?
You can do the entire parcel or just
Okay,
do 1 acre.
We'll do the entire part, because that's all he's gonna put on it is the one. He only has $1.
So your motion is A2 and manufactured housing overlay?
But then you'd have to have it, I don't think it's gonna fit on just one portion of it, though.
Commissioner Willie, let's see.
I don't know where it's at.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Commissioner Willie, your mic's on.
Yeah, no,
You're on.
I'm on? Okay. George, I need to ask you a question. You had to come up here. We approved, Helen, we did approve this, and I've talked to Mr. Thompson. It got messed up at the council level some kind of way. We did approve it, and it did have deed restrictions on it. George, this is that same parcel that you was wanting to sell Jennifer an acre?
Right.
And I think what I recall was that we was just gonna rezone that 1 acre that you was given her, and they had some deed restrictions. Are those deed restrictions still gonna be in place? Because I know Maurice was here.
Yeah, Maurice was here, and he filed agreements against it. But since then, he and I signed an agreement on it that I can put one mobile home or one home, whatever, other than just the one.
Right, and we were just rezoning 1 acre at that time, I think, to go to A2, and the rest was gonna stay A1. I think that's what it was.
Think so, yeah.
Are you in agreement with that?
Yeah,
To do
fine.
it the same way?
Uh,
You just gotta get the boundaries and stuff of that, right?
Well, this is the issue here, is that now we don't know where in the back the
Right.
mobile home is going. So if he wants to, that's where the problem comes in here. I don't know how far they want to go with the mobile home.
Do you know, George, at this time?
Did you
Where
have
the
that
location is
surveyed?
gonna be?
Did you have that surveyed, the 1 acre?
No.
No.
So
But
if it's in the middle, then you're not accomplishing anything.
Okay.
Unless if he wants to keep the 1 acre in the front, with the house on it and then do the rest 3 acres to A1. But then I don't know if he was planning on selling the 1 acre. to
I
his
don't know
daughter.
which acre you're selling, so it's hard for her to determine how to,
Right. Well, we actually, I wasn't gonna sell it at all, when you were just,
okay,
Just put
so
some
that's
home
been
on that.
changed. At first, it was, you was gonna sell a property or
Right.
something, or give it to her. He's
you're
give
gonna
it
wind
to
up
you,
with it
Jennifer.
anyway, you know?
So, but the deed restrictions, will they still be on the property once, or, because he's already filed something
Yeah,
a
what,
few years ago?
we did, but when Maurice, you talking about? Yeah, you know, the restrictions we got, I could put any piece of, a home, a mobile home, as long as it's just one.
Okay,
So
so
we
you
got
got
a
some
signed agreement
restrictions.
on that and
So
it's done.
that's already been filed?
Oh, yeah, that's been
on that
filed, yeah,
property,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I second Martha's motion.
So just to clarify, Martha, your motion is A2 with the manufactured
Correct.
housing overlay?
That's what it takes, yeah, because it's over the 1,000 feet,
Okay.
1,000 square feet.
So the motion being to approve A2 with the manufactured housing overlay, and Commissioner Willie, you second that motion?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
There were others.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
can we go back?
Oh, it didn't do it. Oh,
Disregard, okay.
we're gonna have to just go back to it.
Commissioner Davis.
Question for Helen. Instead of just making it all A2, and in the future being able to split this up into 4 separate lots, why couldn't we just do A2 in the front with 1 acre and A1A for the other 3?
I don't have any objection.
I mean, that way
I
we
just
don't-
want to make
we
sure
don't
that,
set a precedent of increasing the density that badly, and
I just want to make,
does that make sense, or is it something that doesn't make a difference?
it does make sense. However, we just want to make sure that the owner is okay with that. He'll have his house on a 1 acre parcel. Then the remaining portion will be the 3 acre where his daughter will place the mobile home. I don't know if he's planning on, he might be planning on remaining owner of both parcels, but then that's why
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Would you, do you want to go ahead and have the 1 acre parcel on your home in the front and leave the 3 acres in the back?
Whatever that would take, you know, that's all I need to do is get the mobile
I
home.
just don't know, I mean, can you do that? Okay, never mind.
Commissioner Dougherty?
Is there already a deed restriction in place that's been filed with the clerk of court's office?
With Maurice? Yeah.
Terry, if there is a deed restriction, doesn't that deed restriction have to give the legal description of that piece of property?
The parish doesn't recognize deed restrictions. However, that is between the parties who live on that road, is my appreciation. It is recorded at the courthouse. So by doing the entire parcel as A2, it can't actually go, because of that deed restriction, legally can't go to be subdivided into 4 parcels. There can only be 2 structures on the entire 4 acres. That's the
Okay.
deed restriction.
Okay.
So Martha's motion is appropriate as made.
That's what I wanted to get clear in my head, so. All right, thank you.
Commissioner Casabon? Council, any further comment?
No.
Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Casabon to approve A2 with a manufactured housing overlay, second by Commissioner Willie. Please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. 2018-1016-ZC, existing zoning, A3 Suburban District. Proposed zoning A3 Suburban District and Manufactured Housing Overlay. The parcel is located on the southwest corner of 6th Street and Avenue G, being Lot 1, Square 56, Village of Guthrie. Ward 8, District 9, the parcel 6,000 square feet. The petitioner, Brenda Gale Holden. The owner, Brenda Gale Holden. Council District 9. Staff?
The 2025 future land use plan calls for the area to be developed with residential uses, including manufactured homes. Staff doesn't have any objection to the request and would like to recommend approval.
Thank you. Is the petitioner here? Ma'am? If you would state your name and address for the record.
My name is Brenda Gale Holden, 642 6th Street, Pearl River, Louisiana, 70452.
And the reason for the request, ma'am?
I'm requesting a manufactured home for my granddaughter and her new family. I'm a little nervous right now, but I did write some stuff, if it's okay if I just read it. Would that help?
I think what you've done is sufficient unless somebody has any questions.
Oh, okay. Well, I've prepared all of this. It took me quite some time.
Thank you. If you want to read it, you can, but I would think the fact that you stated you would like it for your granddaughter and her new family, if the commission has any questions, they'll ask you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to speak in favor? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition? Hearing none, I close it to the public, and you may be seated for the time being, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
And I bring it to the commission. Commissioner Casabon.
Yes, since the staff does not have it, the zoning's not changing, it's just putting the manufactured overlay, and the staff doesn't have a problem, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Casabon to approve. Commissioner Randolph.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further questions or comments of the commission? We have a motion by Commissioner Casabon to approve, second by Commissioner Randolph. Please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Is there any old business to come before the commission?
New business.
Is there any new business?
Yes.
Yes,
We'd
ma'am.
just like to remind everyone that our meeting is on July 3rd, and would like to know if we will have a quorum, if anyone is planning on being absent or present or too far away.
I would say that
Does anyone? Okay.
right. We will confirm to you, but at this time, it looks like we'll have a quorum.
Okay,
But
great.
if you would send out an email just to confirm back, that would be great.
You will not?
That's for the Easter egg roll. You missed it. Is there any further business to come before the commission? If not, motion to adjourn.